You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one sport bike channel. Subscribe today. The camera settings for this video is as follows. The Sony HDR-AS100V, which is mounted on the top of my helmet. I have it running at 1080 and 60 frames per second with no video stabilization. Color mode is set to neutral, pro mode is not used, and I'm currently using the Sony ECM CS3 external mic. For the GoPro Hero 2, which is mounted on the chin bar of my helmet, I have that running at 1080 and 30 frames per second, and I'm using the cheap flexible mic that I've always been using for all of my motovlogs. And the Sony HDR-AS15, which is mounted on the right side of my helmet, is currently running at 1080 and 30 frames per second with no video stabilization, and no mic was being used. Notice, the default camera in this video will be the GoPro Hero 2 with the flexible external microphone.
Okay, so in this video, we're doing another video test for the Sony HDR-AS100V. This time we're doing it in 1080 by 60 frames per second. I have three cameras attached to my helmet. I have the Sony HDR-AS100V mounted on the top of my helmet, GoPro Hero 2 mounted on the chin bar of my helmet as usual, and we have my old Sony Action camera mounted on the right side of my helmet. The GoPro Hero 2 and old Sony Action camera running in 1080 by 30 frames per second. And by the way, the Sony HDR-AS100V is running in neutral color mode. The last test video I did, it was in a vivid color mode. I also took off the video stabilization, and for my old Sony Action camera, I don't have the video stabilization on as well. And as you guys know, the GoPro Hero 2 doesn't have video stabilization. And as far as mounting the Sony HDR-AS100V on the top of my helmet, I did a video on that already. I'll include it in the link in the info section of this video. Because at first I was kind of pissed off because I thought you couldn't mount this camera on top of my helmet and have access to the external mic jack. But I figured a way out around it, and you don't have to do any modifications whatsoever. So, and also I upgraded to the remote watch. As you see here, this lets you see exactly the video, how the video looks like that you're recording. And also, you can control several cameras with it, start and stop recording, change the video resolution, so on and so forth. And it's waterproof. And before that, I was just using my Sony iPhone, my iPhone, smartphone. And but with that, you only can control the camera at stops to pull it out of your pocket, you know. And this watch is waterproof, as where the iPhone is not. So, as far as mics, I have the my cheap flexible mic attached to my Sony GoPro Hero, my GoPro Hero 2, as I always do in all of my motovlogs. And the Sony HDR-AS100V is running the Sony ECSM mic, or I believe that's what it is. I'll have all the links in the info section of this video, by the way. And it's a stereo mic, the same mic that I used before in the last test video. I do have a couple more mics coming. I have the ATR3350 mic that's battery powered, and a lot of you motovloggers like that particular microphone, so I'll be doing some testing with that. And I have also just a regular lapel mic that has a windscreen on it, a cheap one from eBay coming. We'll do some testing on that. So I have a bunch more test videos coming for you guys. I'm going to have a night video test. I'm going to have, right now I'm also waiting for the SDXC micro SDXC card, excuse me. And that, you have to have that in order to access the Pro mode on this Sony camera. The Pro mode will allow you to record at 50 megabits per second. And so I look forward to that. And I'll be comparing, so like I said, I have a bunch more test videos coming for this camera. So I hope this camera works out. I've never mounted a camera on the top of my helmet before, so I'm hoping it looks great. I'm hoping to catch some of the front of the bike in the road, and hopefully it looks cool. From the watch it looks good, but you never know. Yeah guys, so look forward to those test videos coming forward. Hopefully I can implement this new Sony Action camera, the HDR-AS100V, as my new motovlogging camera, and then I'll probably use my old GoPro Hero 2s, continue to use those for external road shots, or a backup motovlog camera, etc. I got all kinds of action cameras now, man. They're starting to collect up. But I really like this new Sony Action camera because you don't have to put it in a case. It has a splash-proof case, and so that saves weight and it saves size, which I think is cool. And it has a ton of features. It has a pro mode that, you know, the ability to record 50 megabits per second is nice. And it's got a bunch of other features as well. It's got GPS on it, although some of the test videos that have seen on YouTube, it doesn't look like it works that great as far as telling you the speed of your motorcycle or car or whatever you're riding in. And so I don't know, I'll do some test video on that as well. Like I said, it's going to be a whole string of videos coming forward, guys. But that's all I have for you guys. So hopefully this turned out well. We'll see when I get back home and I edit this video, and I'll upload it to you guys and let you know. What the hell's wrong with her? So until next time, guys, I'll catch you guys later. I'm gonna head back and see what this chick wants. I don't know, is she flagging me down or something? What? Alright, catch you guys later. Deuces!
Okay, after reviewing the footage, I must tell you I was disappointed again. Okay? The Sony HDR-AS100V in 1080 by 60 frames per second in broad daylight looked really washed out compared to the GoPro Hero 2 in 1080 by 30 frames per second. Don't you think so? I'll be testing the Sony HDR-AS100V's Pro mode, which you can get up to 50 megabits per second. So hopefully I can improve the video quality. Stay tuned. And also, you know, the sound with the Sony HDR-AS100V using the Sony ECM CS3 mic sounds like crap. So look forward to future videos with me testing other mics.
And it's time for CycleCruza's recommended videos.
Links are in the info section of this video. Be sure to check out my how to mount a Sony HDR-AS100V to the top of your helmet and still be able to use the external microphone without modification. Coming soon. Hey, check out the first test that I did with the Sony HDR-AS100V. I ran it in 720 by 120 frames per second in low light conditions compared to the GoPro Hero 2. Check it out. If you get a chance, check out my Sony Action Camera versus GoPro Hero 2 review. And you'll see me do my 0 to 60 on my CBR600 double R. Yeah. You ever thought about getting a drift ghost camera? Well, hey, you might want to check out my full review, and I mean full review on this camera. And I'll take you for a ride. If you get a chance, check out my other channel, CycleCruza MotoVlogs, where I discuss anything and everything, not just motorcycle shit. Before you do a video request, you might want to check out my website at CycleCruza.com and check out my video library and playlists. You may find the video that you're looking for. Just click on the My Videos tab. If you get a chance, like me at Facebook.com/CycleCruza1 for new updates and to browse my video library. Hey, I'm on Instagram now, so if you get a chance, follow me at Instagram.com/CycleCruza. Yeah! CycleCruza sport bike themed apparel at CycleCruza.com.
CycleCruza.com.